Well, today at 3:30 GMT, we are joined by a panel of experts to answer your questions about the doctors' strikes. You can get in touch using the email on your screen, or do send us a video via WhatsApp. We would love to hear your questions and your perspective. Around the world and across the UK, this is BBC News.
Now on BBC Two, featuring Prime Minister's Questions, Politics Live.
Inflation down, unemployment up. What is the true state of the UK economy? Hello, I'm Alex Forsyth and welcome to Politics Live. Joining me, the Labour MP, Rachel Maskell, the Conservative MP, David Reid, and John Roberts, the founder and CEO of online retailer AO World. In a moment, we'll be talking to them about whether there's any Christmas cheer in that fall in inflation. Also today,
we do not value our doctors. We have a government which is pushing real terms pay cuts on the doctors.
Our entire focus now is on keeping patients safe, particularly over the next 5 days of strike action.
doctors in England begin a 5-day strike. How hard will it hit the NHS? Keir Starmer does a student exchange deal with the EU, but at the cost of over £500 million a year, is it worth it? And this is the scene in Downing Street, where Keir Starmer is about to leave for the last Prime Minister's Questions of 2025. We will bring you that live at noon. And we want to hear from you. If you have any thoughts on those stories or questions for our panel, we want to hear your voice. You can get in touch using the details on the screen now. We look forward to hearing from you. Hello, welcome to the programme. Let's start with the latest news about the economy, where we have had the latest inflation figures. Those figures, of course, measure the rate of price increases over time, and it has slowed more than was expected. It's fallen to an 8-month low of 3.2% in the year to November. You can see that story there on the BBC News app.
And run her business to its full
Henry,
potential.
bringing us the latest on
Katie
that
Austin,
decision by
BBC News.
Unison. Of course, is coming
Now,
ahead of
BBC News,
Prime
we can go
Minister's
live to
Questions,
Westminster,
which is
and my
taking
colleague
place at
Alex
noon. So
Forsyth
it'll be
for
interesting to
coverage
see
of
what we
Prime
hear
Minister's
from the Prime
Questions.
Minister and whether this comes up. And we can say hello and welcome to people joining us from the BBC News channel now. Ahead of Prime Minister's Questions, we've just been talking about this development at the union Unison, about the new General Secretary, Andrea Egan, who has been elected. Rachel Maskell, I wonder how some people in government might be feeling about this, but how are you feeling? I've got to interrupt you because we have Keir Starmer on his feet for Prime Minister's Questions, the last one of this year.
The anti-Semitic terror attack on Bondi Beach was sickening.
We are going to pull away from Prime Minister's Questions there when Sir Keir Starmer was answering a question on the case of Jimmy Lai. So that is nearing the end of the final Prime Minister's Questions of 2025. Joining us for this section of the programme, we have the Shadow Housing Secretary, James Cleverly, and we have the Chief Secretary to the Treasury, James Murray. Thank you for being with us. And of course, we have Henry Zefferman, our Chief Political Correspondent, is back. Henry, final PMQs of 2025. What was the really standout for you from that?
Well, it probably felt like the final PMQs of 2025. Kemi Badenoch.
It's good for Britain, and that's what I want to stand up for.
I mean, Davey, that is right, isn't it? It is good for Britain to have a partnership with the US.
Of course, you've got to work with them, but you also got to see how they are behaving. The National Security Strategy, published last week, was a wake-up call. It is very much against the interest of our country and our defence and our security, and the government needs to actually say that. And we should be stronger with Donald Trump. He doesn't actually respect people who just roll over. He is a bully. Got to stand up to him. And I cannot believe that the government and the Conservative opposition won't do that.
We have to leave it there, David. And to the rest of the panel, thank you so much for joining us. That's all for today, but I will be back tomorrow with more Politics Live at 12:15 here on BBC Two and BBC iPlayer. I hope you can join us then. Goodbye.
We might find that kid who's got the raw talent in a back street in Preston somewhere.
Look, the thing is,
we're moving back to
Welcome to Colombia. You are not the one in control here.
You lied to me.
I had no choice.
Aristotle, do you? Something's not right.
A new series of The Night Manager starts on New Year's Day at 9:05 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Clive Anderson putting your noggins to the test. Brainbox challenge here in 45 minutes after Rick dreams another impossible dream.
Hello, thanks for joining us. This is Impossible.
Today at 1, doctors start a 5-day strike in England. The Prime Minister, Mr. Keir Starmer, calls it dangerous and
welcome to the show where the questions aren't impossible, but some of the answers are. They're not just wrong.
My message to resident doctors
be right.
is don't
get lots of right answers and avoid those pesky impossible answers. Are our players. Hello, players.
Also on the programme,
they look chirpy today.
The
They're here all week,
suspect
and every day one of them has the chance to unlock
Bondi Beach in Sydney
my
has been
enormous
charged with
exclamation
15
mark
counts of murder
populated by
as the first funerals
10,000
of the
shiny
victims
pound
take
coins.
place.
The only thing standing in their way.
A 15-year-old
is
boy
this.
has been charged with the murder of a 9-year-old girl in Weston-super-Mare. She's
Today's
been named
£10,000
as
question.
Aria Thorpe.
Get this right. All of that money.
Lower clothing
come
and food
flooding out.
prices help inflation fall by
Yesterday,
more than
sadly,
expected.
we had to
It is
say
now
goodbye
at its
to
lowest
Sandra.
level for 8 months.
Jess, lonely for you without Sandra.
Increasingly in my life, like, you know, as I approach 30 here in a couple weeks,
you want to be more. It was literally yesterday.
you
well,
want
best
to grow
luck on the
into
show
yourself.
today.
Thank you very much.
Praveen, how's it going
Timothy
down there?
Chalamet talks about turning 30 and table
It'd be so
tennis
nice, wouldn't it?
ahead of his new movie,
Come
which
down,
would
you're
earn
so
him an
welcome.
Oscar nomination.
I'll just have to make sure I get those questions right.
And in sport later in the hour on BBC
what do you
News
do
ahead of
yourself?
tomorrow night's
I
BBC
recently
Sports
finished a
Personality
PhD.
Show. The former Arsenal and France striker
looking for a
Thierry
job and
Henry set to receive the
just
Lifetime
getting
Achievement
comfortable.
Award.
That's not a nice way of describing why you're on the show, Praveen.
Well,
but
yeah.
okay, yeah. I just literally had nothing to do. And I thought, well, why not?
Thought I'd be here.
What's your PhD in?
It's kind of an interdisciplinary science PhD, so I was based in chemistry.
Good afternoon. Sir
involved a
Keir
bit of
Starmer has said
mathematics,
the
a bit of
latest
physics,
5-day
so
strike
it's kind of
by
all over
resident
the place.
doctors in
And
England
if you were to win
is dangerous
£10,000,
and utterly
Praveen, what would it go
irresponsible,
on?
and warned them not to
my brother
abandon
and I were
patients.
thinking
It comes as healthcare
having,
leaders
having
warn
a
the
holiday.
impact of the
He's
strike
in
will
a
be
medical
felt
degree at
all
the
the way
moment,
into January and
we thought
beyond.
we'd do something
Our health correspondent
to keep him
Dominic
going
Hughes
because it's a very
has more.
stressful degree.